In this video we are going to demonstrate signal events. Consider the following business situation. A credit request should always be analysed by a credit analyst. However, if the amount requested is greater than a certain limit, it requires the additional approval of the credit committee. The committee meets periodically and reviews every request assigned to it. Having passed through the committee, the request can then continue with the process. How do we control that the committee will meet periodically? How do we control that each credit request will wait for the committee's decision? How do we control that the credit committee will analyse several requests periodically? See the simulation. In this diagram, the committee analysis process will be instantiated each time that a request is to be analysed. It means that we are not controlling that the committee will meet periodically. Also, the committee will analyse only one request and not a set of these. In conclusion, this model is not correct according to the business situation. Another element in BPMN is the signal event. A throwing signal intermediate event launches the signal and continues with the process flow. The signal can be heard by many processes, those which are prepared to listen. That is, the signal is broadcast to any listening process. See the simulation. The signal is launched by the event and the process flow continues. As a signal is not necessarily directed at a target, their graphical representation cannot be associated with a message flow. Additionally, a catching signal intermediate event waits for a signal to continue with the process flow. In the first process, a signal is broadcasting and the process continues. This signal is heard by the processes which are prepared to do it. See this example. Both processes which have the catching signal events wait for the trigger signal. Having received the signal, the processes can continue. In this second example, only one process is listening to the signal. See the simulation. Moreover, a signal start event is the start of a process that is activated when a signal is received. That is, it represents that a process starts when triggered by an external signal. On the other hand, when a path finishes, a signal end event can be reached and a signal will be launched. Going back to the business situation, there are two credit analysis instances. If they require the committee's approval, they will be submitted to the committee and wait for its decision. The catching signal event pauses and waits for the committee's answer. On the other hand, the committee analysis process will start periodically. The timer start event controls this behavior. Having started this process, the evaluation is executed and a signal is sent with a signal end event. This signal is broadcast and the credit analysis instances, which are prepared to listen, capture the signal and continue the process. In this way, the model controls that the committee will meet periodically, it will analyse several requests, and each request will wait for a committee's answer. Thank you for your interest in Bizagi, the solution preferred by BPM experts.